Greetings, everyone. I am Rati Bakhtadze, VP Communication from IATA International. Today we have podcast with Ilija Djugumanov. Sorry, Ilija, if I pronounced it wrong, but I know you from 2013. I remember when I first joined IATA. I remember from that time you. Before moving on, I just make a little introduction about you, that you are president of IATA Macedonia, and you're also in the ATA Macedonia, right? Maybe you can continue now about yourself. I don't want to miss anything because you're a very interesting person. I personally know you, that's why I'm then saying this.
Thank you, Rati, for this nice introduction. Indeed, we were kind of roommates in 2013 in one of our IATA events. As you said, my name is Ilija Djugumanov, and I come from the newest NATO member country, Republic of North Macedonia. I was born in the capital, in Skopje, where I graduated political science at the Faculty of Law, and then I continued with my master's in international relations, conflict resolutions, at the program by the University of Gothenburg in Sweden.
Oh, I see. So what do you do now? Like, you're working for ATA or you're just volunteering, as we do every year?
As I said before, I'm based in the capital of my country, in Skopje. From 2012, I am president of IATA here, but I was twice vice president of IATA International, I believe, in 2013 until 2016, if I'm right. And after 2 years on the highest position in IATA International for a non-NATO member country, I am sure you know, since you have the same position right now. I put my focus more on the country and more on the Balkan region in the regard of the Euro-Atlantic integration processes. So as you mentioned, as a member of the presidency of ATA Macedonia, I run most of the programs and the projects, especially those for the youth. And I'm often contacted by all the medias in the country, in the Balkan region, about the defense, youth, and security issues. I'm also working, and I had worked on many projects with NATO PDD, with GlobSec, with Cross Montana, with the Atlantic Treaty Association, with NATO SPS, and etc. And I'm glad to say that 2 weeks ago I was elected as Secretary General of ATA. North
Congratulations!
So thank you very much. Looking forward to cooperate.
Okay, Ilija. So I'm just curious. I don't remember what you said to me when you became interested in IATA and when you heard about these organizations. About IATA Macedonia, maybe why you joined it and how you heard it.
I heard, I guess, this drives me back in, I don't know, 2008, 2009. I was a participant in one of the events for the young leaders from my country. So I guess it was like more than 12 or 13 years ago when I heard about IATA, and I decided to continue here, I guess, because I was Atlanticist from the young ages. And I was really interested in the international relations and the world peace. So when I joined IATA Macedonia, and I met a lot of open-minded intellectuals, not only from my country, but also from around the world through the events, I also met you. So it is a network with more than 2,000 young professionals and students worldwide. And I think it's very easy to imagine why we're both still here as a part of our umbrella organization.
We were want to become seniors now and join. As you joined ATA, maybe one day I will join to ATA Georgia, or maybe we can join ATA International. So it's or we become the working for NATO. That's. I think I'm just not making it just suggesting or saying that. There's a lot of people in IATA, in ATA, and I think NATO and the government around the Rati area should grab these people and take for them.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
Yes, Ilija, tell me more about Yata Macedonia. How many members are there, what they are doing, and why do you think they are volunteering for Yata Macedonia?
Let's say our organization was created in 1999 by a group of young and ambitious students and young professionals who were really interested in the Atlantic values. So in the past years, our young organization was very active in promoting the Euro-Atlantic idea and values in the country, as well as developing cooperation with all other IATA national chapters and organizations. Each of the events we organize has at least 30 to 50 young participants. We have them occasionally, and many young students and professionals want to join our family. On paper, I must say we have more than 200 members, but from all the cities and universities in the country. But to be honest, I really can count on around 20 people in every minute. So why do they join? Mainly because I think we share the same ideas and the same values. We are open-minded young people, I would say North Atlanticists, without any prejudice, without stereotypes. We are on the same frequency, I would say. So we don't see the borders as a closed doors, but we see them as bridges, I guess, and opportunities that are connecting us through our differences. And that's what makes us even stronger as an umbrella organization based in Brussels. And the second most important thing, I think, is the informal learning and the practical learning, which I believe is missing in our educational system, at least for, I'm talking for my country. So I often say that IATA, now North Macedonia, is a springboard for further development in the careers of the Macedonian youth.
I fully agree. And I'm a little bit curious how, if any listeners or viewers are there from Yata Macedonia, how they can join Yata Macedonia.
Rati, it's very easy. Just they can fill the application. We have it on the webpage, or they can contact us through the email or any of our social media channels. But I must mention, as I said before, that we really respect and we count on the members that are really proactive ones and that are working on the projects and the research, those that are really living and spreading the Atlanticism. So we really appreciate that because, as I said, we have many young people by application. They post on Facebook, Instagram that they are members of ATA, but we never saw them. So that's why I said we really count on those members that really work on some of the projects, or they have some initiatives. As I also become member in IATA, I was interested in one project and I joined IATA Macedonia through conference. So 90% of our members join in that way, but I really respect those that continue to work with us on different activities and initiatives.
Yeah, I see, and I'm going to the direct to the activities. I think it finished like a few weeks ago. NATO Academy you organized. Tell me more about it. Who were the participants, speakers, and what was the outcome of it?
Thank you for the question. Indeed, it was like a few weeks ago. We have just give the certificates to the candidates. We have finished with the second NATO Academy in the country and the 8th NATO student simulation in North Macedonia. The both events are traditional, and if I can say, they are most attractive events for the young people in the country. More than 700 people, students, has participated in this only in these two events from 2010 until now. So we are really proud about what we have done so far. Few days ago, we have posted short videos at social media channels of ATA Macedonia with reactions from the participant, and also we have posted our final product of the project is the final publication, where beside the participant we have regards from our speakers. So that is the main point why we are doing this, and the main point that keep us on the right track and give us motivation for future initiatives. That is the feedback from the people involved in our projects. So it was not really easy in all these circumstances with the pandemic and everything. But we, as a young leaders in IATA, we were changing the concept and the project application several times. But thanks to the NATO PDD team and our IATA team, we have managed to close another successful project. As I said, as young leaders in IATA, we always see the challenges as opportunities. So instead of making it only a national project, since there was no traveling and everything, we didn't spend any money on that, but we used the technology. So we invited participants from many other countries beside North Macedonia. So we made, instead of national, international project. We had video conferences, lectures during the academy, but also we organized student simulation with more than 30 participants. The president of IATA International, our dear friend Eugenia, was in the role of Secretary General. We were not scared from this because even that we had many applications, 50 applications and more, we were not scared because in 2015, I guess, if I'm not wrong, we made the 4 NATO student simulations in the same way. We only had the participant in one conference room, but everything was going, the Secretary General was running the conference from Portugal and the participants were in Skopje. And in 2015, there was no Corona, but we really wanted to use the technology and to live stream the event with Twitter walls. So it was really interesting. So that encouraged us to do more and to use the modern tools. But I really think that it is enough. I really trust that we should go back to the real normal and start with physical organization.
I agree. And yes, I'm also agreeing that we have to adapt, as NATO had to adapt to the new situation, new challenges, new things coming, and new threats also. So before moving on it, I just want your opinion as North Macedonia in 2020 became the 30th member of NATO. What are the, like, I know what is the feeling to strive, rush to become the member of and knock on the door of the NATO, but I don't know how it feels when you are already the member of NATO, how people feel, maybe how you can tell me how you feel now. Are you feel more secured or it's the same way?
Actually, we feel a lot more secure these days, Rati. Absolutely, you're right. And I am looking forward to see Georgia, your country, as a next NATO member. We were really waiting for so long, but we managed to become member in 2020, as you said. The perception about the alliance are different, same as it is in each country, maybe. There are positive and negative perceptions. But I'm glad to say that even besides we were waiting for so long to become a member because of the issue with one of our members, the NATO support, the pro-NATO support in my country was always above 70 or 80%, which is very high for all the countries in the Balkan region. So according to the latest research we have done with Globsec like a month ago, Macedonia expressed the highest level of support for European Union and for the NATO membership in the Western Balkan regions. And North Macedonia remained the only country in the Balkan region that where the majority of the population reject pro-Russian and anti-NATO narratives. So the country has a really active and long-standing cooperation with the US, NATO, and the European Union. And they really helped us and acted swiftly to mediate all major issues in my country in the recent past. So I guess that is one of the reasons why we believed in our Western partners, I would say.
Okay, I see. and I want to be in your place in near future. I don't think it will be
I'm
like
sure.
in next years, but in near future, I hope to be. I hope to see my country to be the member of NATO, and we hope your support for it. For consensus from North
I'm sure.
Macedonia.
I'm sure for that.
Okay, and usually when we talk about the new countries and countries which want to become the member of NATO, there is a talk about the role of these countries. And the question is, what kind of role do you see now as North Macedonia in the NATO? What role they can play in it?
Indeed, the first impression is North Macedonia is very small country and cannot do a lot in compare with big powers. But I must say that, and I'm sure that all 30 allies can contribute and bring benefit to the NATO alliance. Our army elite units will serve on many international missions from now, and also as a partner country we were involved in many foreign missions. So also our membership, as I said before, means a safer country for us, but also for NATO, I think means a safer Balkan region for one country plus. Here I must mention the Krivolak military training center in North Macedonia that is not only one of the largest in the southeastern Europe, but is one of the one of the conveniently situated for more than just training purposes. It has already hosted a number of US and NATO soldiers and witnessed many military trainings and exercises, mostly with US equipment. So in addition to this, I would say that very important aspect of the North Macedonian membership to NATO is the geopolitical aspect, and it's not only because of military purposes.
Yeah, nice answer. I like it.
Thank you very much.
And let's go back to Yata Macedonia. What plans do you have for this year? Or do you have any events upcoming, or do we have to see something special, or it will be like the same as last year, like distance one?
Rati, I really believe, and my first plan is this pandemic to end and to come back with the real and normal life and physical organization of our project and activities. We have a lot of plans and projects, but some of them are unfortunately already rewritten in order to be organized online instead of physically. But for some of them, for the second part of 2021, we are still waiting, and we believe that we can organize it in the old school way. So we mastered using all the electronic tools and applications, and we have the knowledge. But I really think it's enough, and we should start seeing each other. We are doing at the moment a lot of research, as I mentioned before. We are doing one long-term project with Globsec from Slovakia and 8 other partner countries on countering Russian influence in the frontline state. It's very interesting project with a lot of activities and a lot of phases. You can always check our webpage, but also the web pages of our partners. So we have also other research projects ongoing. We are working on one international project entitled Democratic Woman from Western Balkans, together with 5 partner nations from Balkan and Visegrad Group. So we have plans to organize the traditional event you asked me before, the 3rd NATO Academy and the 9th NATO student simulation, I believe physically this year. We have some new and modern idea, and I really believe that until the end of the year I can see new leadership in Yata, North Macedonia, with me outside and a lot of young people inside of the chapter.
Nice. And always always I'm curious when I see someone, and I love this question, and I always try to ask everyone, and especially you as a very good background in security, NATO, international relations. And this is maybe a little bit trick question for now because the future is not very clear as because of pandemic now. No one know what will be next. But anyway, Ilija, how do you see yourself, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a tough question for someone from the Balkans in the times of pandemic. So it's really plans are very far. I'm kidding, but there is still some truth in this because this uncertainty brings us a lot of questions in our heads. So I always saw myself in the academia or still at some of the universities in the countries or in the country or abroad, but I think I will a little bit further continue with my civil society engagement and the work I have here in 88 Macedonia, 88 North Macedonia. As I said, I was just elected for Secretary General, so my term is 5 years. So I will see at the end of the 5th year, we can discuss again and we'll see where our organizations are and where we are in this picture. But I'm sure that if I move forward with my professional life, I will always be North Atlanticist by opinion. So wherever I will go, I will spread the same ideas, the same values I have today.
Okay, I see. And Ilija, as a very good experienced person, where do you see YATA, not only YATA International, but as well as the umbrella organization, YATA chapters, role in the next years, maybe also in 5 years? Will it be increase the importance of YATA, or it will be that we don't need any more YATA, we can say in 5 years, or it will become more important? What do you think?
As I said before, Rati, I will be really glad to see you in 5 years and to make a retrospective of what we were talking today and in 5 years. About YATA International, I really see it is very important now, but also in 5 years as the strongest and the most unique, maybe international youth umbrella organization and alliance of young people that is producing well-educated and prepared young professionals in the area of security, defense, international relations. So that will not only possess the required knowledge and skills, but will also have network of contact, practical learning, and they can be helping in each moment in each corner of the world. So I will say are real leaders with all the capacity that they need to possess. And up to YATA North Macedonia in 5 years, I think it's mostly the same I say for the international level, but only on national level in my country. I see, as I said, myself out and a lot of young faces in that will really work on very interesting and practical projects since we are now part of NATO, we are a member. And most important, I look forward to see new initiatives from them, new young faces and new cooperation with all of the other chapters, 38 chapters of YATA worldwide.
Thank you, Ilija. It is very interesting. And I think I just wanted to ask if you wanted to finish with the good words, but you made it by yourself. So thank you again very much for you are here, that we made it because we are organizing this podcast for a long time, but I understand we have a very busy time, but again, we made it. And again, thank you very much and see you next time, vice versa.
Thank you very much, Rati. Congratulations on the initiatives and thank you for inviting me, and all the best to all people watching these amazing initiatives by YATA International. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.